Welcome back to CodeWithKamira, and today we are going to look at shared widgets and also the utils where we have reusable functions and so on. Let's start with the core. Inside the core, let's create a new directory we call utils. And so in utils, we are going to create certain functions. For example, when you look at this login, we had a snack bar. Let's try again and see. So this snack bar is not only going to be used here, but needs to be used in several other places. So I think we can start with that. App snack bar. So it's class app snack bar. So we say static void show. When one calls snack bar dot show, this is what happens. So we can have some named params, and one of the params should be the build context. It's required. We require the context. Build context. Context. Oh, sorry, I took Cupertino. Let me take material. Okay, sorry, here. We have this. We have this. We shall need a message. It's also required. String message. This is the message to display. Okay, then we shall need Boolean is error. And for this is error, let's set it to false by default. We may need manual closure. So we can say bool show close button. And we can set this initial, set it to false. Okay, so this is our show. And before we get to the body of the method, let's make this have an internal constructor app snack bar. This. So inside now here, you can say final snack bar. We can say final snack bar equals to snack bar. Okay. And then this snack bar requires content. So the content is going to be a text, which text should take in the message you want to display. And then this is a snack bar message. We can style the message. Style. Text style. So we can say the color of the text should be white. Color app colors dot white. App colors is where I defined my colors that will be used. So this text, we are styling it and we gave it white in color. We may need font size. Font size, we can give it 14. Font weight, I can say font weight, and we choose the W400. Okay. So now we can still, after styling, we can have this Snackbar as content. There is other properties, background color. So we can set background color outside text. I think here, background color. Now this background color is going to vary depending on whether it's error. So if it's error, we want to give it reddish. So if it's error, we do that. App colors dot error color if I have it. Okay. Else, I want it to have the blue. App colors dot blue. Blue color. That's the background color of our snack bar. Now, what else do we have here? We have so many. We have behavior. Okay, let's see behavior. I want it to be floating. So that's snack bar behavior. Snack bar behavior dot floating. Okay, we have the duration. For how long do you want that snack bar to show? We can base on, if at all it is a show close button. Okay, if you want to close manually, so if you show close button, then the duration can be in days. Just funny. Duration days, 1 day. Reason for 1 day is because you've chosen it to be manually closed. Okay, so else we give a duration in seconds of maybe 3 seconds. You just count 3 seconds and it will disappear. Hoping in 3 seconds you will have read the error message. Yeah. Okay, so here we are defining our snack bar. Then duration. Okay, what else do we have under snack bar? So we have action. Yeah, so if you've chosen the duration to be 1 day, meaning you want to close it manually. So the other factor would be if you've chosen show close button. Okay, so then it means you need actions. Okay, so action, if at all we are show close button, then we need a snack bar action. Snack bar action, which we can give a name. as close, and on press, when someone presses that button, what happens? We want to do something. So we get the scaffold messenger of give that context, then we hide the current snack bar. So it's a scaffold messenger. Yeah, dot of the context have passed dot hide current snack bar. Yeah, so we want that to hide the snack bar. Okay, meaning if this is not true, if we are not going to allow the show close button, then the action is null. That means we do nothing. And of course, okay, then we can check if that context is mounted. So if someone does calls the app-snackbar.show to run this function, we first check if the context is mounted. Then we show scaffold messenger of this context, then show snackbar. And the show snackbar will give us the snackbar we want to show. And it should be this one that we've passed. So this one defines, this is our first util and app snackbar. So what we are going to do, we are going to use it in the login. We said in the login here. Okay, so here what we are going to do, we say app snackbar, the method dot show, the context is that, and the message is state dot message. Okay. And now something here that we can also take note, this context and this context, okay, this context here and this one here. So let's do this CTX, we call this CTX. So you see it is referencing the upper, yet with a view that it is should reference this inside. And also with a view, this should be this one. Let's try and see. Okay, so let's try. We want the snack bar to show. Yes, this is what we have. But this blue color is not appearing nice. So I need to change this color. I think I have a light blue color. Yes. Let me try it again. What is this? Light gray, sorry. I meant light blue. light blue, this color. No, not what I want. Okay, which color should I give? Let me check my colors for a better color that I'm looking for. This is purple. This is forecast color. I wanted a nice color. Actually, I want this color. I think this is the color I'm looking for. Either this one. Let me check this color somewhere. Copy. Let me come here. Light blue. Let's change this color. Yeah. So this may require a hard reload. But let me see. Good. This is what I wanted. Okay, but also the text size 14 doesn't seem to be big enough. Let me give it 16. Okay. Yeah, we shall do formatting also. But now at least this one is okay. Let me try to log in with correct credentials. That is Emily S. And the password is Emily space. Okay, that's fine. So we've not broken anything. Okay, let me try to commit this. Git add, git commit dash m is a feature, and snackbar. This one is add, create a reusable app snackbar. Hit push. Okay, that is fine. Now we can also have another file. We call it constants. Here we put our constants, and one of them could be default padding. So const default padding, I give it 8. Okay. Then const default border radius, I call it 8. Okay. Do we have padding somewhere in here? We can check for padding. We have this 24. That is default padding times how many? 8, 16, 24 is 3 times another padding. So the same default padding times 3. Sixteen is default padding times 2. Okay. Border radius. Border radius, we have how many times? We have that. Okay. So border radius, I think there is 8. So default border radius times 3. Another border radius here, 12. We set default border radius. That should be enough, 8. Another border radius, 12. Give 8. Default border radius. Okay, we shall keep fixing if any. So constants is here. Then we can have common functions. We can create common functions. This should have the functions that we need to reuse throughout. Okay. And I can create a class, common functions, static function, which returns a text style. We want to create a general text style. And this is going to be run by this base style to give us. So the name is base style. So we call common functions dot base style. We shall be using getting this a get. So it is going to give us Google Fonts, and we want the pop pins. Replace the return type with text style. App colors dot label color. I import label color, and then the font size is going to be 14. And font weight is going to be font weight at 400. So unless you override or you copy with. Okay. And what else can I have there? Okay, so if I check in here, we do this. Final, no base style equals common functions. So to avoid this instantiation, we are going to create an internal constructor. So base style. So let me do this. CommonFunctions dot. Okay. All right. So somewhere we had, okay, style. We can say is base style. This one is small. So then what do? We can, I think 14 is small. Okay, still small, but I know what to do. What we are going to do for this best style, you say copy with, we copy with and modify font size 28. Okay. And it was bold also. We say font weight, not bold. Okay. I will make this 16. And this one, style, I give it a base style. Okay. I think it is okay, but this 28 is something too big. 24. Okay. Somewhere else with the style. Login. Okay, that's style. But then there is a decoration. This one. Okay. Now what next? Still, reusable. We should be having reusable, right? Call delete. We create a directory there. Reusable. Here, I'm going to put widgets that are used throughout the application. So I create reusable, create one widgets. But however, still on utils under especially CommonFunctions, I say function to create that is validating inputs. So we can create a function to validate inputs. It's a static. No, it's of type multivalidator. Multivalidator. Validate inputs. Validate input. And The input is a string. Okay, and I need the hint. Okay, there is need for this package. So it is this Flutter pub add form field validator. Okay. So we are creating a function to validate. So we'll return a mult this validator, and inside we need the validators, and which validator required validator, and that should be our hint that you give us. Maybe first name we say is required. Static mult validator validate email. We need string int, and we return mult validator. We specify required validator. Then this should be hint is required, but also we need another validator, because an email there is being required if not provided, but also the syntax. So email validator. And so what error do you want? Here we say enter valid email address. Now let's do something. Let's go to login. So we say on validator, we say common functions dot validate input, validate input, pass username, any problem, explicit call, dot call, we want to add dot call. So this should be a string, username. So it will be username is required. And for password, the same. We set common function dot validate input, and we set password as the int, and you call this validator. Let's try to check. Let's try to click without inputting. Yes, this is what happens, and it is telling us username is required. Okay. And if I put something, no error. Okay. But this is right. This is git add. commit dash dash amend dash dash no edit push. I want this input field to be reusable. In reusable widgets, let's create a custom text form field. Okay, we create our class. To make it simple, it is STL, call it custom text form field. And the material. Now, it will require certain inputs, and we will need text hint, which is now not all fields require the hint. Okay, I call it text hint. Let me call it hint. Also, we will require prefix, but it is a widget prefix. But not all fields require prefixes, so make it nullable. And we can also require a suffix. So prefix is like this padlock, and suffix is this I on the password field. So this is also a widget, and we call it suffix. Is something wrong? Double F. We may need obscure text. Okay. Final obscure text. Obscure text, remember password, you can make it visible or not visible. This boolean, we shall make it false. Final. Then I think we shall need the form field validator. Form field validator of type string, but it should also be null to call it validator. Final. Form field setter. String can be null, that is unsaved. So I'm making it generic depending on what you use. But some require controller. So for us, we've used the controller. Then we may need the keyboard type. Somewhere you may need to set it to numbers, set text name, and so on. So that's final text input type. Text input type. Call it keyboard type. But we are going to set it if we don't set it here. Have final text input action. auto validate mode, validate mode, and we make it nullable. Final text editing controller, final value changed. I can be null, unchanged. We may require text style. Also, lastly, we may require double text. Yeah. We do this. Required keyboard type, text input. Obscure text is going to be, oh, I need to set some things. Obscure text is going to be false if not passed. And then the keyboard is text input type dot text. So not required. The same here. Text input action dot done. Remove required. Okay, so here we are going to need to return a column, children, and the first child is going to be if label text. Okay, let's get a label. Let's do like this. Final base style. You remember base style equals CommonFunctions dot base style, and final string label equals label text. Yes, would be nullable. Yeah. So we are in the column, we are saying that if the label is not equal to null, and this label that is not equal to null dot is not empty. Okay. Then you put a text and the value is the label. Okay. And the style is the best style. Text form field. And controller, we pass the controller. Obscure text. Validator. On saved. On changed. So depending on what you use, you'll be able to get the value. Style. Style. Keyboard type. Keyboard type. Text input action. Now we need decoration. And so here is input decoration. Hint. I give it a text and I pass the hint. And if null, leave it blank. Then style of this hint is the best style. But we copy with, and the color should be up colors dot gray. We want the hint to be a bit grayish. So still in the decoration, there is prefix. Okay, prefix icon as prefix. And the suffix icon as suffix because it's a widget. Content padding. Edge insets. Not all. Default padding. Remember the default padding we created? All right, so this is our initialized. Wow. So when we go to login, we want to replace this. So we say custom input text. Custom what? Custom text field. Custom text form field. And we get some of the fields from here. Controller is the password controller. Controller. Password controller. Obscured password. Obscure text. Obscure password. Okay. Validator. We pass this. validator, we pass that. Decoration is there already given. So I think this is it. I do the same for this. For custom text. Controller. Username controller. Validator. Validator. So decoration is that. Let's try it, run. Okay, so this is what we have. Oh, okay, we forgot something. Forgot something on the password. Password, where are you here? We had a prefix. It was icon dot. It was icons dot avat, I think. No, it was a padlock. So it is a lock outline and a prefix, I mean a suffix. It was icon button, and the icon is going to be if this good password. Icons dot visibility of icons dot visibility. I need to wrap this with an icon. So what I do is icon. Okay, so we have this. I wrap this with a container. Decoration, box decoration, color, app colors dot white, border radius, border radius dot circular, diff border radius Then the border border.all color I see that. I think yeah. I have a 24 times 3 somewhere. Yeah. I reduce. Okay, what else should I remove here? Let me extract this. Yeah. And this is not in the share in the reusable. Actually, we rename reusable to shared to make sense. Login hint. Login hint. Okay. So in the login, we just put login hint. So what is the problem? This default padding and we give board this a color, blue, this color. I want to keep it white, but this I call app colors dot border color. Okay. Then also we remove this. Let me see if I put a background color. App colors dot white. We want to do something here. This is loading. Should replace the button. So what I want to do is this. Let's try. Exactly. Yes. Okay. All right. That is it for today. Thank you for watching Code with Kamira, and kindly subscribe if you've not yet subscribed. Do not forget to share with your friends so that we all grow together as software developers, specifically for now, a mobile application using Flutter. Bye.